Okay guys, the first sniper we've got to do is the LW3A1 Frostline, and we've got to get 3 kills without dying 10 times. Let's go. Oh, right as I start reloading! Fuck that, man. There we go. Holy crap, this took so long. Part of the tracking wasn't even working for a lot of the games. Alright, next one we have in line is the SVD. This one, I used to hate on it a lot, but it's not actually that bad. And, yeah, same challenge, so let's go. And... bam! We're done. Let's go. Diamond! Woohoo! And finally, that leaves us with the LR762. Alright, okay, is that it? Have I done it? Oh, leveled up. And diamond! There we go! Let's go, guys. Now let's get to the video. Okay guys, so as you can see, we have now got diamond on our second weapon class for this, dark matter grind. And yeah, I've actually kind of had some ups and downs with this weapon class, so I'd like to talk about that like I usually do with these videos, discussing what the experience was like using these guns, giving tips for you guys, basically a guide on how to do each segment of the challenges, and, obviously ranking them from best to worst. You'll know that if you've been watching these videos for a while now, if you've been around on the channel. So let's first talk about the snipers as a whole. I think the snipers in this game are reasonably good. There's not much wrong with them. Like, I will say, once you've gone from using the first one to the third one, you'll definitely notice a difference in how good the final snipers are compared to the first ones. But that obviously is a little bit more confusing regarding the rankings. But generally speaking, I would say most of them are pretty powerful. They're not inaccurate. They do have a bit of idle sway, but once you get enough attachments on them, they're doing pretty damn good in terms of controlling ADS and idle sway. They're actually pretty solid sniper rifles, unlike other years where we got some pretty trashy snipers that you just had to knuckle down and do. Even though some games have been kind of tedious to go into and do these challenges, simply because hitting headshots with a sniper does kind of require you camping quite a bit, and it also kind of requires you to be pretty accurate at quick scoping if you're going to be moving around, which isn't always guaranteed to, land headshots. So it is definitely a bit of a finicky one, especially when you're up against people using reg weapons and you're using obviously a sniper. You're kind of screwed, That being said, let's now discuss the challenges and how to do them. So obviously the headshot section, the 100 headshots, I haven't really got much I can give you there in terms of tips. I know this one, there's no point in me explaining this because I said this in the first video, and I'll probably say this for every other one of them, but considering we're going to have new people around here probably seeing some of these videos, they're not going to know if I've said it before. So let me just explain. The 100 headshots is kind of just a skill thing. You just gotta get good. You gotta just practice. You gotta keep playing the game and just get the headshots. There's no real trick to cut corners with the headshot challenges. I mean, like with the reg weapons, yes, you can put optics on reflexes to help your accuracy through hitting the head, but with snipers, you already have an optic on. So your only real bet, I guess, to hitting headshots with the snipers, which I didn't personally do because I don't have this issue with hitting the head that much, but if you're someone who struggles with hitting the head and you're really having trouble getting through those 100 headshot challenges, you can always just put on like the iron sight for the optic, which basically takes the scope off entirely and it makes you just have like a typical metal stick kind of iron sight. Now the reason this helps is you can actually run around more, not having to pull out this nasty massive scope, and you can actually basically use the gun like it's a marksman rifle. And I often find that using the iron sight instead of the scope, in the past especially, did help me get headshot kills easier because you're actually just finally pointing on a little metal line and shooting someone in the head instead of having this massive scope which you've got to line up and you've got to compensate for distance and stuff and all that kind of thing. So maybe that could help you, putting on a normal reflex or an iron sight onto your sniper. That can help with the headshot challenges. But other than that, there's not a ton you can do. Basically just, if I'm going to be honest, and I don't like advocating for it, but camping again will help for these types of weapons because you are using snipers and everyone else is using fast, fully automatic weapons. You're kind of at a disadvantage. So yeah, you will probably want to sit back on certain areas of maps and just when you see a person, hold the focus button so that your scope, sits still and then aim for the head. It's pretty damn easy and you should eventually get it done. But let's talk about these special challenges for each of these individual weapons. So of course we have the first weapon, which is the LW3A1 Frostline, and this is a pretty decent sniper. It's not that good as the final one, but still a pretty powerful sniper to say the least. And the special challenges for this are to get 50 eliminations while the recon combat specialty is active. So like I said in the first video that I did for the Diamond ARs, I'm just going to explain this to anyone who doesn't understand this. With these combat specialty perk sort of challenges, it doesn't mean you have to wait for some sort of in-game bonus effect to kick in, because in the past people have kind of become accustomed to using 3 perks and it will basically give you a special effect, like a power-up sort of that enables later in game, and it's not like that. With this challenge you just simply have to have on 3 blue perks. So 3 blue perks on your class will allow you to have the recon combat specialty, and then you can just get your kills literally straight off the bat as soon as you go into a game. It's not like you have to wait for anything to happen. It's really nice as well because, like I said in the first video, yeah, recon combat specialty is quite a fun one. It actually allows you to temporarily see people through the walls, like a snapshot grenade would kind of, light people up and show their body temperatures through walls. It basically gives you that effect as you go into games and you respawn. That's when you see it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, just get your 50 kills doing that. And the other one was 2 kills without reloading 10 times. So it's pretty simple. Don't reload the magazine and just get 2 kills. You probably will have a decent amount of ammo as well inside of your gun. So unless you've got the most horrendous aim and you're wasting every single bullet trying to hit one person, then most people are going to be able to get this done really, really easily. So that is obviously the challenges for the Frostline sniper. And then the next sniper you actually have to do is the SVD. With the SVD's special camos, they want you to first do the same thing, 50 kills with the recon combat specialty. You've already been explained how to do that. With the SVD, it'll be even easier because this gun is kind of like a semi-automatic bolt action, if that makes sense. It can constantly fire pretty quickly, like the rechambering speed is much faster than the bolt action snipers. So you're going to have a lot more ease with this type of weapon doing that. And the other one is 50 eliminations with a 4.0 times higher magnification scope. And, well, quite literally the default scope you're using is a 4 times magnification scope. So you actually don't even need to switch this one out. It's quite funny. I don't know why they made that a challenge. Maybe they should have set it to like 5 times or 8 times so that people would actually find a reason to switch the optic. But that literally just means 50 eliminations with this gun. You don't have to change anything. It's only there, I guess, for people who, like I said before, are using the iron sights and other attachments to hit those headshots. This is going to force you to switch back to the default scope because, basically 4 times, it's going to be easier just using the default scope than having to look through the optics and pick one out that's 4 times. And the final one that we actually had to do was the LR762, and this one is honestly the most fun of them all, I feel like. But the challenges for this, for the special challenges, are to first get 31 shot kills, and yes, you can do this just by literally hitting headshots or neck shot kind of areas, like basically the upper chest area. If you hit the upper chest in core game modes, it will count as a 1 shot usually, so you'll be able to kill them easily with 1 shot most of the time with this gun. But if you want even more ease with this challenge, go into hardcore, because hardcore ensures that every kill is going to be 1 shot anyway, because that's how hardcore works. If you're someone who doesn't want to have to focus on where to hit the player and you just want to hit the player anywhere on the body and get a 1 shot, then hardcore is going to be the best thing for you. And the other one is 15 long shot kills. Now, this is actually pretty damn easy. For 15 long shot kills, what I would advise is going on Nuketown especially. You can go on any core map where it's kind of like longer ranges, medium range maps where there's quite a lot of length between different site spots where other people might typically appear. But the one you're going to guarantee get the quickest results from is Nuketown. If you sit either behind the door at one end of in the garage, basically, if you're sat in the garage or whatever, the garage, at one end of Nuketown and you're firing down to the other end into the back garden at the other side, there's often people that will come and go from that area, so you'll actually get long shots very easily from there, and vice versa. You could be the one in the garden firing at the people in the garage. But yeah, this is actually a super easy way of getting the long shots done. But there is also other maps as well, like if you're to go into Face Off, you can actually do the long shots as well on Gala. I actually did some of these on Gala as well. If you're like at one end behind just the general wall firing at the other people behind the wall, that will also get you the long shots. And there's actually a bunch of other maps that have really great long shot sights as well. So you might be able to get it done on Derelict if you're just like shooting down the middle parts between the broken down trains and carriages and stuff. You might be able to get them there as well. And another great one that I sometimes have done this challenge on is Vault, I believe. Yeah, Vault. If you're on Vault and you go to the left at one of the spawn sites and you go up in this upstairs area, there's a little balcony, you can actually see straight across the street, and there's usually people who will sit down there and try to snipe you. But there's actually just a lot of choices, but honestly, I feel like you're going to have the most success and the most quickness with Nuketown. Yeah, but that being said, now let's talk about the gold and the diamond challenges. So the gold challenge for all of them is obviously to get 10 double kills or better, and of course it says or better because you can do 2 sets of double kills in one life, 6 sets of double kills. You know, you could get a double kill, another double kill, another double kill, and another double kill without dying, and all of those will track as bits of progress to this challenge. 1 double kill is going to count as 1 piece of progress, 2 will count as another 2, and another 2 will count as 3. So it's going to keep going up in sets of 1 every time you get a double kill. So you can do that numerous times, and honestly, I found that the double kill challenge and even the diamond challenge as well, because the diamond challenge is getting 3 kills without dying 10 times. I found that this challenge, both of these challenges in fact, were easier to do on the one face-off map, Stakeout, right? I used to have a problem with everybody talking about Stakeout and wanting to play it all the time because I do think it's an overrated map, but I can see why it's so useful, because doing the snipers, it has been a godsend. Aside from the actual server lag that's been trying to kick in, I'm using an Ethernet, by the way. I shouldn't have any lag. I have 0 latency. Like, that map, Stakeout, do be warned, it can get extremely laggy. Like, the actual game will start to lag. You'll have, like, weird choppiness, and you'll have people, like, basically killing you at spawn. But that aside, if you manage to get into a lower skill-based matchmaking bracket, you actually have got a pretty good chance of actually being able to mantle up on those little kitchen counters and aiming straight down the corridor and shooting people down there. And you can get, like, masses of people coming down there. I mean, you can get doubles and triple kills very, very easily. Like I say, 3 kills in one life without dying. So I think Stakeout is going to be the best for this, and you can obviously do it on Gala, like I say. So face-off maps are going to probably be your best bet, because face-off is the most fastest pace. People are usually getting into gunfights a lot quicker, so doubles and 3 kills without dying, they're going to be easier to do. Or you can, of course, do it inside of Nuketown as well. That does work as well. So just smaller maps is going to help with that. But that is the challenges. That being said, now let's rank these weapons. How would I rank these in order? Now, it's kind of debatable because they all have their pros and cons. Take, for example, the LR762. This thing is a one-shot guaranteed sniper rifle. It's a bolt action, right? It's guaranteed one shot. It's very, very powerful. It's basically just the AX-50 from Modern Warfare 2019, kind of crossed with some other sniper rifle we've seen in maybe Cold War. So it's basically a guaranteed one shot. This thing, I think, has to come in first place. But then it's kind of difficult from here, because then I don't know if I want to put the Frostline or the SVD in second place, because the SVD, whilst it's not very powerful, it has a faster fire rate. It's like a semi-automatic bolt action, like I say, so the rechambering speed isn't as slow, and you can actually keep constantly firing and firing and firing because you've kind of got that speed advantage. With the Frostline, whilst it's not always guaranteed a one-shot, it's definitely more powerful. So I'm kind of just debating where to put these. I might just honestly put the LR762 in first place and the other 2 in a tie, or I might put the Frostline above it and then SVD final, because the SVD is basically just the Dragunov, and the Dragunov is a hit or miss sniper rifle. I personally disliked it in Modern Warfare 2019, so it really depends. Yeah, that being said, that is the Diamond Snipers done for Black Ops 6. Pretty damn simple. Just sweats, really, as usual, that were just causing a lot of finickiness and a lot of hassle with this challenge. So we're probably going to go into, like, marksman rifles next, or LMGs, you know, getting the annoying ones out of the way, and we are working on the launches at the same time. Like I say, I've only got the HE1. I've been stuck on that one for a while. No surprise there. Anyway, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like on the video. Leave me a comment if you want. It helps with the algorithm. And yeah, but with that being said, thank you again, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.